All right, before we start, just say like, how's everyone's week going? Just a little voice.
Wow, that's good one.
And then I'll
Good
get into the intro.
Okay,
Into the intro.
eventually we're gonna have to stop asking that question.
Our weeks can't always be good, bro.
Okay, there you go.
Usually not.
Wednesday.
You have to do it. Like you have
That's
to.
Well,
do it now.
Week as in referring to the week since last Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What has happened? Because what has happened from this?
Literally
point?
nothing. I don't think much has happened, to be honest.
Not much.
Yeah,
much.
that's what I mean. Like, not a lot has happened this week. I'm be honest.
I've been listening to this pretty awesome podcast with these five guys. And
Yo,
Five
Wait,
Guys.
yeah, Five Guys Burgers and Fries.
Five guys made a podcast.
What's it called?
It's called 2BGG.
What?
Hey,
Trying to
yo.
educate myself on it because I need to get on my job of like promoting our stuff, and I kind of need to know what the episodes are about if I'm gonna do that. So I've been listening to him, and I gotta admit, this guy gets a lot of flack for his episodes, but my man Evan over here just whipping out banger after banger. Episode 11,
That's true.
I think it was like the Great Water Bottle Debate.
11?
I love that one. That one's such a
what
banger.
was that? Oh,
It's
was
like-
that the
was a-
questions? Would you rather?
Yeah, would you rather? That one was so hilarious listening
I
to.
felt really bad after that because I thought it didn't go over well. I'm glad in retrospect
Nah,
it
you carried that
turned
one.
out well. Okay.
If you guys need a laugh, listen to that one. It's a
Really, I thought my questions were kind of weird.
I mean, they were, but I mean, that's what.
Yeah, that's the
gave it
point.
some
That's the
spice.
point. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I came up with them in like 30 minutes, so I was like, I was pretty nervous for that podcast, but yeah, whatever. That's a podcast.
Mhm.
At least amount of effort you have to put into it, but yeah, whatever.
Okay, welcome back to 2BGG podcast. Today, I am the host, and we've got a little bit of a rehash of the variety hour thing I had. This time, it's a little more thematic.
Don't use the word rehash.
It's a
Um,
brand new thing that we've never done before.
Yeah.
I'm smoking hash.
Nah, rehash could be good, especially I don't get this chance often. So
That's true.
Gotta stick to what he's good at.
this time we've got a little bit more of a theme, and it's a kind of a journey through time, somewhat.
Mm.
Dang.
You sound
love
like
time.
Hitler.
But
I hate time.
it's not exactly what you expect. Probably the first bit might be. However, I'll just get right into it. So there's been a burning question in the back of my mind, boys. I've been really just looking back into the past and wishing I knew what it was like to live in that time. So I'd like to begin a little bit further back. If there was like an ancient to medieval place you'd want to live, where would it be?
Jerusalem.
Hey.
What is in?
Probably. Yeah, I'll save mine unless you guys need some time to think.
What sounds pretty chill is that Mansa Musa guy. Musa. Or is that Musa or Musa?
What?
Mansa Musa.
So the African
The
Empire.
African
It sounds
king.
like-
Yeah. It
Rich,
kind of sounds goated.
richest man in history.
Yeah.
Really? How
Like,
come I've never heard
yeah.
Do be.
Yeah.
I don't know, but apparently
I've
he
heard
was
about
the
him
richest man in
multiple times in
history.
history.
Yeah, Mansa
He was
Musa.
like,
They were rich in gold.
yeah, they had a lot of gold there.
What ended up happening is he wanted to spread out since he turned Islamic and he needed to go to Mecca for his
Bars.
pilgrimage. He had so much gold that he gave the gold out to cities on his travels, destroying their economies because he inflated the weight of
Yeah.
gold. He literally destroyed
did
the
happen.
economy
I remember
because he
learning about
inflated their
this.
economy just
Yeah,
giving out
I was gonna
gold.
say.
That's
I wouldn't
hilarious.
bet-
I remember seeing like illustrations. It would just be like
Big brain.
him in a carriage, just
Boy.
like tossing gold stuff out like the side of the wagon.
Boy, for a period of time, would that have been splendid.
And
Splendorous.
also, there's a story. His wife was every morning. Usually, she would go out and bathe by a lake or river. I can't remember which body of water, but they were in the middle of the desert somewhere, and she got homesick. So what he made his people do is dig a big hole in the middle of the desert and fill it with a supply of water so she could take a bath.
This is just Mr. Beast, dude.
Yeah,
really
it sounds
is.
a lot like
Bringing the ocean to
middle of-
Africa.
I'm giving out gold to every city in Africa.
Today,
I
we're
built a
curing
giant-
dehydration.
I put a giant hole of water in the middle of the desert.
And it was their own supply of water too. It wasn't like they just found it. It was their
Just
supply.
cancel him. What's up with that?
For real.
Yeah, Mr. Beast was canceled officially, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's over, guys.
For the third time.
Yeah,
they
that's
stole
it.
all
It's
of his
over.
money.
Yeah,
They
after
raided his
they robbed him. They robbed
Yeah.
Yeah, where does he keep the
Took
stash
took
at?
all his Bitcoin. He's probably. I think he's fully liquid. I don't think he's got a stash.
This is true. Probably.
Which,
So,
yeah,
but
like,
what-
Well, because
Go
money
ahead.
just goes right back into his videos, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's constantly moving.
You said like
I just-
ancient to medieval times?
Yeah, I just wondered real quick, what would it be like to live under Monsa though? Like, what is it like a good thing or is it pretty?
I have no idea if he.
I know
was,
he
like,
was rich,
no
but was
ruler or
everyone
not.
else like pretty well off?
Good question.
Yeah,
Usually
he
that's
was a
not the
ruler.
case.
Yeah, usually not. Probably
Yeah,
everyone else.
I
is
can't imagine
it'd be
struggling.
great.
Be hard pressed to find a kingdom where that's the case in that time.
Yeah,
Uh,
I mean, if I was, I'm just gonna throw mine out here. If I was to pick, I haven't really thought I got definitively, but I think some of the Vikings would be kind of cool.
insane answer.
Really?
Yeah,
Well,
be a
not all
Viking.
Vikings
Awesome.
were just
To
like
be a
psychopathic,
Viking would
but
be legendary,
It
dude.
would.
You just
No,
like
here's the thing.
wait,
You just
wait,
have,
hold
like,
on.
This
Conquesting.
crazy mindset.
I'll be real. I have to explain something here. You want to live your life like murdering villages, basically.
Well,
and
that's what I'm
raping
saying.
people.
Like,
Yeah.
if
You-
you're
you
if you're
guys-
born to it, you just
Yeah.
don't know any different. I'm just saying
You
that
wanna rape and
mindset that
pillage.
just like
I also really like the
Yeah.
older and Anglo-Saxon warrior cultures too. Those are really cool.
Mhm.
But
If
no,
anyone's
it's like,
ever-
here's the thing. People have a weird thing with Vikings, but I think they just fight these epic battles. No! They sucked ass! Every time they met in their military forces, they lost! They did not win any military!
I don't know,
Anything
dude. They had a
AC Walhalla-
giant empire, dude. They had a giant empire, regardless
but
of
that
whatever
was just
military thing.
bad.
they might be pointing
Trading.
out.
It
They
was
were-
just
Yeah, but, like, they were-
undefeated villages.
It was still
They
impressive.
raided churches because no one was gonna arm them.
Hardcore, dude.
they should have got out of the way. It's their fault.
Big
think the
burly men
Vikings are-
coming inside. What are you gonna do?
Big,
Yeah,
big,
big-
hey, whoa, whoa,
What are the monks gonna do, bro?
Oh, sorry.
Like, they're
There's big
lost.
burly men
I think Vikings just means. Can that be our episode title?
big burly men
yeah.
coming inside.
It sure will.
You just hear a
I
knock.
think the Vikings would be a dangerous lifestyle. I
It
don't.
would.
Yeah, you're just
It'd be
gonna
adventurous,
start
though.
pillaging. That would, because you can go to Dublin, you can go to England, you can go down the Volga River.
Wow. Sounds fun.
They're
That's hardcore.
they're so good. Yeah, they were so good at pillaging that Europe paid them to stop pillaging. Like that's how
Yeah,
they made
pretty
most of their
much.
money. Is just from stop pillaging.
Yeah, they're like,
Just-
we
Yeah.
pay you to stop hurting
It's kinda like-
people.
It's kind of like the Mongols, but less successful.
I mean,
right?
look. Also, the issue. I mean, not the Vikings were good at like raiding and pillaging. They weren't necessarily a large military force. Like if you're going up against like Charlemagne's army, you're going to lose. But you know that wasn't really. You're not building like an army with like a tactful mindset. You're building
Well,
like raid
They
forces.
kind of did versus the Byzantines when they
It
got.
Yeah, but they weren't used to that. That wasn't really their culture, you know. Like the Byzantines were
Byzantines.
built on that. Like they're built on like
I bet.
structured armies.
Their navy absolutely decimated them.
It's not like that doesn't necessarily mean they're like terrible though, because the
I
Byzantines
don't think they're
were,
terrible.
Like,
They were kind of like a threat to the people.
if you're comparing people to like
They're
Byzantine
threats to
armies to the
civilians,
Roman Empire, you're
not
gonna
right?
get wrecked.
necessarily a military force. Yeah,
They
it's
were
not like
There's a substantial threat.
well, not necessarily military wise because they
Killing
were.
myself.
They weren't. They literally weren't. It's just a fact that they're mostly focused on setting up trading posts and pillaging lands. Like, they weren't as an organized military force. They came and they went before anyone showed up.
Me too, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Story of his life, bro.
Which I think is still legitimate.
Yeah.
Battle force, especially when you got like smaller groups of people. But my other second choice would probably be like classical Rome. That would be kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. You know, I've been kind of thinking, you know, while the whole rest of the world's like out doing their pillaging and just like conquering all kinds of places, like this is like ancient, like to medieval, right? They're just like out here just slaying the masses. You know, it would be fun just being on a completely undisturbed continent, being over here in the native North America, just being the Native Americans running around, just like just imagine like just the vibe that you'd get, like just with a group of guys going out and just like chasing after a buffalo.
That'd be dope.
You'll bring them down, like, hey, let's go, boys.
Dude, no, you have like while we're talking about that, you have to imagine these people have been like living on this continent for so long, just alone, and all of a sudden one day they're walking by the coast and they just see a dude. Just a guy in a boat. Dude, imagine the absolute fear.
Aliens, bro. Like they look completely different.
I mean, it literally.
You just look out and you're like, I wonder what that is, and it's like it's a giant wooden box coming towards us. Yeah, that would be insane.
But I guess that's post medieval, so I guess you're chill, right?
Yeah, I'm just like I'm dying before that stuff ever happens. Before they ever know I exist, I'm out here just living my life, chasing after, just living with the buffaloes, you know.
What would be the best way to kill a buffalo?
The best way to kill a buffalo?
What would be as a native. Like, how did they do it?
Climb up on them.
An arrow or spear.
Do they have arrows? No,
pretty sure spears were big. Spears had some sort of launching contraption.
Were spears hip groovy back then?
Because they didn't have horses at that time.
Were spears lit?
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure. I think they forced them off cliffs.
Oh snap!
I mean, when they're doing like herd stuff, I'm sure they probably had spears, right? I mean, there weren't.
They had weapons and stuff, but it's like what? They can't just run them down.
Buffalo, the spear.
That's what the Amish do, kinda, right? They'll like
spears.
The Amish just order Postmates and tell nobody about it.
No, look, okay. Well, technically, the Amish, they'll take their dogs to one end of the forest and they'll run the dogs through the forest, and they'll have people waiting on the other side with guns. And as all the deer get scared out of the forest, they just shoot them in like mass amounts. Yeah. And people hate them because it's technically not illegal to do that. But since they're Amish, no one does anything about it.
I was gonna say that's like, imagine if like people like I pull that with a Game Boy and be like, nah, I'm with the Amish group over there.
The Amish get away with so much.
You just killed 18 deer.
Dude, the Amish are so cringe.
I've contemplated calling Amish because it sounds dope.
They're so lame, dude. They're like not.
You're just
people.
mad that they're walking all over and you can't do anything about it.
They're like
industrial America.
They're pretty disrespectful. And they're also kind of
my grandma was talking about some like this Amish group that they met when they were out. Like my grandparents just have like they just travel all over the world, and they were with this touring around with like this Amish group or something, and they said like their like younger daughters would keep like sneaking away to talk to like my grandparents and like ask questions about like everything outside of like their little compound area.
What's going on over there?
She was like it almost felt illegal to speak to these people because like they were just asking questions that you knew they weren't allowed to know, like they really couldn't know the answers to, but like it was so strange that they were just so confused with this everything that we have.
Yeah, it depends on the family and the area, because like not all Amish are like crazy forbidden, no electrons will flow through your home or anything. Like it depends, because like some of
the ones
like,
around Cambridge are like normal.
Yeah, but like some of them like they'll have like a flip phone or something, just a regular old thing. Like they have
fake Amish.
They go out and play baseball with the homies. Like I mean, it's like a simple lifestyle.
Is baseball like? Was that Not allowed? I don't get that one.
I feel like
So, like,
playing ball.
I'm just saying it's
allowed.
not like this crazy confined like concentration camp that like people make it out to be.
Yeah.
Like, it's just.
I think it is cringe.
It's
but
still like very strange. Though.
Yeah,
I mean, like
scary
imagine like
things
talking to somebody. Like imagine like a very young kid who just hadn't really known about it yet, and you whip out your cell phone, they'd have a seizure.
Oh, dude, I would love to do that.
expose them.
You put your cell phone.
It's just like an Adam
"Whoa,
Friedland show bit, dude,
why is that piece of glass glowing?
where they're like, have you ever tried making eye contact with an Amish girl and then just not stopping? They won't break eye contact. It's a really good bit. That's funny.
Okay, so who's all? So Jake's, who's all answered like where they live? Because I'm kind of confused now.
Montemoose,
I have not.
Africa.
Okay, yeah, I want to hear Jake's. Jake's kind of the history guy.
Yeah. I would probably say Constantinople from like how much flows through there. Like you're experiencing the entire culture of the known world through Constantinople.
That'd be sick.
And I think it'd be cool to like see how culturally diverse it is, and it's a fairly like well protected city. You're not just gonna get
I
pillaged.
didn't think about this. I
Yeah,
forgot that
I-
existed.
No, that was one of my top ones because just imagine being in that time period and having all these different things flow through that area. It'd be nuts, you know? Like
more
so
than
used
we
to it
had
nowadays.
now culturally. Well, not even that. Like it'd be a lot more than we know right now. Just
it was
Yeah,
kind of
because
the
all these,
hub,
center of the known world.
right?
Yeah,
yeah,
because like you had the silk trade flowing through there. Yeah,
it was in a prime spot. Yeah. Anyone else?
Joseph.
I think we all read. No, I did mine.
What was your?
What was yours?
Jerusalem.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Actually,
you gotta say more than
Jerusalem.
Jerusalem.
You
I
have
forgot
to-
that was like the very first thing
I
said.
was like
Yeah.
getting like
No, I was
molested the whole time.
No,
Man wants to die.
Point, man. Yeah, I think
Wait,
I
what's
wanna
wrong?
go to Jerusalem.
What's
Yeah, I
wrong
think I
with
wanna go
Jerusalem?
there.
That's why I said
It's
it
a
in the beginning.
it's a big target on its back.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Joseph's gonna be dead. in
Thousands
12
of years
days.
of conflict.
Yeah,
Jerusalem. That's why I'd pick like
It's like Tilted Towers.
like Roman Empire
Yo, the
because
Crusaders are landing.
The Crusaders are coming out the battle bus.
It's a bit of a hot drop, but you know.
The Trojan horse
it's
just
worth it.
landed.
yeah, that's why I
Trojan
pick,
War.
Roman Empire because I feel like at a certain period of time, if you're just chilling in the Roman Empire, it's like
Dude,
you know,
they were
pretty
messed
chill.
up. They did
Yeah.
crazy stuff. They just killed people for fun, dude.
Yeah, but like if you're a normal person in the Roman Empire, I feel like it would not be
Okay. Yeah.
terrible.
I mean, a
Yeah,
normal
but there was a
Depends
good,
when
like-
and who you are.
if you weren't like a
Like, 200 years
soldier
of peace.
or
That's
if you
fair.
weren't
If you weren't like
higher
a
class
slave.
person,
If
like
you're
in the
poor
nobility.
and you had no means to kill anybody, then you just
Yeah, I mean, if you were like a merchant, you know, a merchant in the Roman Empire, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, for
Imagine-
for 27 BCE to CE, like 200-year long golden age, the Pax
Yeah,
Romana,
during that time.
where they're booming.
Bustin'.
They're on top of the world.
Oh my god.
Okay, so building off of that, so to kind of gauge what you guys' tastes are, is there any kind of conquest or war that you would think would be cool to participate in or be part of during that
you
time?
already know.
Why is this?
You
Wait,
already-
this doesn't. What did you say? What conflict and war sounds cool?
You would be like, okay, look,
which
if you had to be
which mass genocide would you be more
No,
groovy
literally.
with?
No, no, no.
Bloodbath would you like
You
to
could
Going on,
participate in?
no.
if you could go back in time and be like, I wasn't part of that, I was there, which one would you choose?
Oh, you already know.
I don't know. What are you referring
Which
to?
crusade you going on?
Yeah,
the
definitely do
Crusades.
one of the Crusades, man. That'd
I'll be
wild.
real. The Crusades
Yeah,
sound miserable.
They
You
do.
have
They
8
sound
to pick
terrible.
from.
I'm going on the
Just a bunch of
Crusades.
rednecks,
Bro.
like
Which crusade? 1 to
rotting.
8.
Dude,
But if you
that's a
said,
tough one.
I was on the first Crusade, you know, back in my day, that'd be sick.
No, you would be a redneck weirdo. They were all weirdos.
That's
They were
the
not like
only-
gallant knights.
Well, you
They
know
were
where
all
I'm
like
going.
misfit, like creepy guys.
Yeah,
No,
they
I'd-
mobilized most of Europe to get over there.
Yeah,
I'd-
it wasn't like it was like a soldier army of like knights.
They sent all the crackheads over. They had
Yeah, it was literally like deranged.
On the canoes.
Come on, man.
On the canoe.
It's like deranged civilians on like
I know this sounds like a deranged
rate of
question.
hate.
Come on.
Any war in history.
Here's the thing.
Any war or
The only
conflict.
crusade I could see is the first one because that's the only successful one where they took back
Yeah.
Jerusalem,
exactly.
Oh.
I gotta be.
and then it was downhill from there.
I'll be a
Yeah.
spy on the inside.
I got
of Jerusalem.
BTF.
You can Assassin's Creed them, bro.
Yeah, I'll be an assassin.
I'm
I'll
up on the
picking 'em up
rooftops.
from the back
Up on the
lines.
roof.
I see them dropping out of the bus. They're on their way.
Oh, the Trojan horse is here.
You're gonna be really miserable. It's
Trojan
good.
horse was not in Jerusalem.
No, it's the battle bus, bro.
It's the
That's
battle.
true.
What would be miserable?
What about like?
Yeah,
It's like
I don't
the
know.
Trojan horse.
Yeah, in the sky. It's the
It's not.
it's the Trojan
Flying horse.
Pegasus.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
he's right.
All
I don't
right.
know any. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not super familiar with a bunch of ancient conflicts.
I think
What was the
Japanese Civil War
Persian
would
Greek
suck.
War?
That'd be kind of sucky.
The future invasion
Oh,
of Canada.
dude. Wait, what's the Chinese war that had like?
part of that, man.
Yeah.
What was the civil war in China that had like millions of deaths? What was that called?
Which one?
I don't
It
know.
was
Yeah,
like-
which one, man?
Yeah, like
I
what?
lived through a lot of
50,000.
dynasties.
The one where the guy proclaimed he was like Jesus or something like that one.
one?
I want to be a part of that
Yeah,
one.
which one?
All of them.
You wanna
He
be
just
part
wants
of
to
it?
die in China, bro. He wants to
Yeah,
go
what in the
out
world,
swinging.
Guys, I think I found
China
China's
was the
problem.
superpower.
Maybe.
They hate themselves.
I just really, one of them thinks they're God. Everybody disagrees. They all kill each
problem-
other and they
problem is
restart.
Such
hard.
a large
That's
piece of
society.
land. There's gonna be so
just
many
history.
different types of cultures and people. You know, it's kind of hard back then to have such a big piece of territory.
Especially with,
I
like, all
think
the
the
cultural-
Mongols would be a wild experience.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my
That's really like a
god,
conflict,
dude, they
though.
probably smell
That's just
so
like their
bad.
existence. That's
I
the
don't-
biggest
You get
concern.
used to it. It's that
That's the
natural,
biggest
natural
concern.
lifestyle.
They smell
Just
really
to
bad.
increase the population, bro. You just gotta
Yeah.
be going out. Just
We
you know what
crazy.
you're doing. If you're signing up for
Mongols
that
are the
job.
only
It's like
Mongols are
bang.
Mongols are the only navy or only army that can attack Russia and win, man. They break every
We could win right now.
single
We
rule
tried.
in history. The Mongols
they're-
broke it.
Coded.
Have they?
They're
Are they
goated on the
past?
stick.
Are they past Russia 65,000 war crimes at the moment?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we definitely.
Actually, yeah, definitely.
Actually,
Yeah.
Well, did
This
they
is
do it in the
Genghis
same
we're
time
talking
frame that
about.
Russia did? Oh yeah, good point. Good point.
Bro, they
man.
did it every single
You should have said it
pillage.
by his first name. You know, that's what got me. Right
Yeah.
there. This is Sir
You,
Genghis.
you know
right
the
here.
guy. You know him.
not Genghis
You know,
Khan
implicating
going
him.
at it.
This is Genghis again.
He would rape 5 women and burn the town and move on.
It's a
Yeah.
ritual, in fact.
It's a red
That's a
pill, man, come on.
lifestyle.
Yeah.
How many chose
Take the red pill, guys. Come on.
Take the red
Oh.
pill and pillage.
You know, it'd be
I'm gonna have an
fun.
unpopular one. Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead.
The American Mexican War.
Why?
Because you're just conquering land, bro, and you got the Alamo. Like, oh, you got that. Like,
Okay, that could be
inspiring
cool.
Oh
you.
yes, sir.
No, never forget the
The
Alamo, bro.
Bro, I gotta. I
Not
want
true.
to
I
be.
forgot already,
I want to
dog.
be in the Civil War just so I can
No.
be there just so I can see how
No.
dumb it is.
No.
I'm choosing that one because I don't want to die,
Wait,
bro.
wait. No. Let me finish.
Hold on.
Imagine how.
Neo
Imagine being the guy to become like self-aware that we're all standing in a line, literally just taking turns killing each other. Like,
What else are you gonna do, bro? What are you supposed to do in that situation?
not stand still.
Yeah, see, I feel like I got a better chance in the Mexican American War, man. I gotta be
These
honest.
things have trap
Probably.
accuracy, man.
I don't care. I'm not gonna shoot and then stand still reloading. I can at least move around a little bit.
They
make
did
it
it for a
difficult.
reason.
I'm not gonna
It's the best way to kill
I'm
people.
not gonna play like running in a circle, just like waiting to kill my enemy. I'm gonna do what I want, pal.
Yeah.
That-
What do you?
that's-
I don't.
Absolutely
Then you'll get
Battlefield
shot
map.
for.
No,
Yeah.
no, they suck. Garbage.
Everyone's gonna look at you and be like, "Oh, I never thought of that. Oh, this
Exactly.
guy's enjoying it.
Exactly.
I can
Like,
move.
This guy's a king.
Oh my
It's like
god.
4D chess, bro."
Who is this guy?
But where he going?
How is
Oh,
he
he's
doing
got-
that?
Yeah, I don't know,
Like,
man.
imagine just witnessing that and becoming self-aware for the first time in your life. Like, oh my
Yeah.
god,
They never knew.
he's moving.
Dude, honestly, Civil War sounds terrible to be in.
It does.
But
pretty bad.
it was actually pretty bloody. I think another tragic period of time to be part of conflict-wise would be like the fallout from the Protestant Revolution. That'd be kind of interesting.
That's from cold to tragic.
Yeah, Protestant Revolution was yikes.
Yeah, it'd be kind of cool though to be like part of a group and you like flee to America or something. I don't know.
I know like very little about that.
Like the
Incredibly
Huguenots or the Puritan type people.
Yeah,
That'd be kind of interesting.
They all ran.
Ricky.
Is it just like
Ran
them
to the canoes.
running away?
Well, I mean, when the Protestant Revolution happened, there was a bunch of conflicts, obviously, between the Catholics and the Protestants, or the many different groups that came out of that. That's all I mean. Being part of that time period from like 1500s to
Yeah,
that general area, it would be kind of interesting.
I haven't learned history since like 9th grade.
What?
Yeah.
So
What are
Henry
you doing
the-
instead?
You don't have
How
to
would
think
you
it,
just not have
Did Henry VIII die? Is he dead yet?
No, he's still alive.
Oh, okay.
So, when was his reign? Yeah, he died in 1857. So,
Good riddance, boys.
1557. Sorry, not 18.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
1557. And then, so from then all the way through like the 1700s is what you're thinking. So like a good
Roughly,
200
yeah.
years.
I'd like to be there like right after like Luther and that stuff started happening. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, man.
Would you be a rebel?
Yeah.
Yeah, to be a rebel during that time. Martin
Be a radio
Luther
rebel?
asked- yeah, radio rebel during the
Radio
Protestant.
Okay, can't wait. Hold on. Explain to me what radio rebel is.
Not this again. Gosh.
Explain,
Oh,
me.
you want me to explain to you?
Just like
the
'cause you said it
Disney
multiple
Channel
times.
original movie hit Radio Rebel?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
it's a
see.
Disney
Jake
Channel
and his
movie.
garbage Disney movies.
did you see this one, Wes?
I think I saw it, but I also saw like a video on it too
Okay.
recently, so it
Radio-
reminded me of it.
Yeah,
I'm
that is
Radio
kind of
Rebel.
me. You know, that's me, a radio rebel.
You're
Yeah,
Radio
you're
individual.
basically a radio rebel, pretty much.
So rebellious.
So what
Oh my
war?
God.
Even knowing a lot about war, I don't want to be in any of them.
Well,
That's
yeah, but
Yeah,
hot take,
that's
boys.
ideal.
It's not about,
Vietnam
like- Take.
War,
it's not like being
No.
like, in them. It's more like
but I want to be the Vietnamese. In
it's more like
Okay,
you know,
if I
you
have
brag
to
about it.
experience something, that would be World War One. But I'd immediately want like a go back
Ooh, a
a
switch.
blankie.
It's more like what would be
Pacifier.
what would give you the biggest like flex? Like what's the flexiest conflict to be part of?
Like this.
I'd
Probably the
take
Revolutionary
World
War. I think that would be the
after-
most flex.
true.
That is pretty flex.
Yeah.
I think that.
I think being the
Revolutionary
Union
War,
and the
man.
Civil War is good.
I don't want to stand in the line, bro.
Yeah, if,
I don't-
I want to be there
Oh,
to
you're
witness
right.
the standing in the line part, just so I
Oh
can
my god, good
still
point.
have
Wow.
consciousness and think
Like-
of how stupid it is.
Like,
What if you're
No
chilling
way,
in the back?
bro.
that's why I don't want to be in like Civil War or Revolutionary War. Like it's that Mexican-American War. I'm saying it's underrated. Like
What?
everyone
What?
forgets.
This is a-
about-
They
No
did
one's
the exact
ever said
same
this.
thing.
They did.
This is-
Yes.
I thought
probably
they had
mixed.
like.
I feel like
thought
they didn't
were
really
just
change
running
until
in
World War
there.
One.
Well, there was some, probably
This
some
is
guys
in
here
the
and there that would really
1840s,
agree.
man.
Like running
was a Civil
with horses or something. I don't know.
This
I
is
feel
for
like
the
I'd-
Civil War. They're
I'd
doing the
definitely
exact same thing.
World War II over World War One though.
That sounds.
I think it would.
if you're
bad
American,
going.
yeah.
Look at the trenches.
Yeah, if I'm American.
Yeah, if you're American.
Like a higher
Yeah.
chance of dying.
I want to be Chinese.
Okay, that's you, man.
No one wants to do China.
No one ever said
You
that
know,
in their
Burning
life.
Manchuria.
Yeah, I don't want to
Yeah,
be in no
man, war
trenches
is
in
fun.
World War One. That would suck.
Yeah,
Major
that'd be
suck.
kinda-
And injecting myself with all the drugs I can
Hey,
take
guys,
so I
what?
can run out of a building and go
Let's-
fight
let's-
Americans.
I'll be real, guys. War sounds kind of bad.
Okay, yeah, I mean it is.
Okay,
Like it
facts.
kind of suck.
8
Like,
million
you
horses
know?
died during World
Hot
War
take
One.
right there.
But okay, look. I mean, from the
8 million
hypothetical,
horses.
the assumption is you would live through it. If you had a war, your war conflict, and you lived through that.
But you still have psychological issues.
I mean, okay, the assumption is you come out like the same, except you're
just an observer, basically.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much.
But observers shooting people.
I guess I should have framed it a little bit better, but it was more to be like I said at the beginning, though.
An active bystander.
He's
spectator can shoot
me.
Well, like I said at the beginning,
he's wall clipping.
It's just something to be like, hey, I was a part of that, or I was there, you know, like.
I
people like doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I've been to Europe, so I've like fought in World War II.
To lie about.
I did kill those people and take their territory. Yep, that was me.
I did pillage your farms.
Well, here's the thing. I would probably do the Revolutionary War. I think that's that's the biggest flex.
That would be fun. For sure.
It's like, I was there. Movement. I saw George Washington.
I was on the raft, the canoe, even.
The canoe.
One of them. What a flex.
I was on his canoe.
That would have been cold, man.
Oh, speaking of boats.
That was on Christmas, bro.
Oh my god, here we go.
How merry.
Speaking of boats, guys, I had a question about boats. I was listening to something the other day where people were, like Magellan, who, did the world tour on his boat or whatever. I was listening to stuff where people were back in the day on a ship, going out, setting sail for months at a time, not knowing if they'd make it back. If you had to take a modern day celebrity on one of those boats, who would it be?
Jenna Ortega.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god.
He answered too quickly.
Yo! Too fast.
Come on, man. Too quickly.
What was the one person you kept talking about, Ty? Madeline?
Madeline Klein, bro. Yeah, I'm taking her on the Mayflower, bro. She's coming with.
Oh, man. We're gonna have plenty of time to get to
modern day celebrity.
I didn't throw in the Mayflower. That's different. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, who would I take?
Bro, I don't know any celebrities.
I'm gonna meet out right now.
What the?
Hey, I'm not the one who brought it. Jenna Ortega.
Bro, I said Ryan Reynolds second.
Clooney.
Oh, you did? Right. That's a good one.
Exactly. Right. We need some. We need some hunky man.
Just say the Rock.
Is it gonna help you on your journey?
I'm gonna have Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves.
He'd be too afraid to say no.
What? What are we in relation to what?
Yeah, imagine Keanu Reeves just like on the Mayflower and just
prime Mike Tyson, just helping me with the rigging on the boat, just like, yeah, bring her about. I'll see land.
Imagine taking Mike Tyson and go conquer.
Bro, ain't no Indians coming after you with him around. You
send Mike Tyson in to talk to the Indians, and he walks up.
Trying.
This put the spears down. You know what I'm saying? And then they don't put the spears down, and he just absolutely fucking KOs everybody.
That'd be pretty dope. I'd like to see a boxing movie where they're like teleported back into time and have to like fight in the Crusades or something. And they're just boxing everyone.
For shit.
It's just the most like weed smoker idea I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring Keanu Reeves on the fleet, the Black Sea fleet that was heading to fight the Japanese. I think that'd be really fun.
Whoa!
What's that? Black Sea fleet?
So basically, during the Russo-Japanese War.
Oh, okay.
Russia got their entire fleet destroyed by the Japanese.
Idiot.
And so Tsar Nicholas in all his glory is going to move a fleet from the Baltic Sea, the Baltic Sea, yeah.
Baltic.
All the way down.
Wait, what did you say?
Port Arthur.
So, dude,
okay. And this was insane this was a complete disaster. So, first of all, they had no ports in between Port Arthur. Like they don't own any ports between
they don't need them.
Their Baltic seat in Port Arthur. Well, they do because they don't have that much. But these people that were piloting these were like peasants. They didn't know anything.
Yeah.
And so before they even left the Baltic Sea, just off the coast of England, the Dogger Bank incident happened, where the ships thought Japanese vessels were by England. And so they shot at them, missing every shot, but they ended up being fishing boats. They missed every shot. They ended up being fishing boats. They killed some people, but it almost started a war with England. It almost started a world war right there. And then after that, they could no longer go through the Suez Canal. The British said, no, you're not doing that anymore. You killed our fishermen.
Owned.
And so they have to travel around the entirety of Africa.
This is crazy.
Oh my God.
Gosh.
While fighting invisible Japanese ships that they keep claiming to see. Nothing's there.
Well, yeah, you don't want to get caught off guard.
Obviously.
Yeah, multiple friendly fire incidents when there was no Japanese ships even there. And then they stopped for a morale boost on an island, and these sailors brought back a bunch of stuff from the island, like snakes, geckos, like
kind of cool, you know.
Critters,
everything.
You know?
This was now just a ship full of critters, now, just roaming around.
The critter hall, no.
Yeah. And then
$10,000 critter hall unboxing.
Before they got there, the admiral that was in charge, like, I never actually taxis to actually prep these guys because they're doing awful already. So they do a live fire exercise. They managed to hit the ship, but the ship was the one pulling the target that they needed to shoot. So these guys it hit the ship pulling the target. They didn't even hit the target.
Yeah.
And then when they they finally found a Japanese ship. Thought it was Russian.
Tell me they won.
Yeah,
oh my God.
They thought it was Russian. Called out to it, said, "Shh, there's a Russian fleet coming to attack Japan. Don't tell anyone." And then that Japanese boat called the rest of the fleet, and they got obliterated.
Oh my God.
Wait. Man.
Yo,
so you want to? Why would you want to go on that? Yeah. Why do you want to go on that? Why do you want to bring him with you?
Because that is one hell of a ride.
Oh, okay.
Keanu Reeves will fix it.
Keanu Reeves.
I don't want to meet Keanu Reeves on that physically.
Keanu Reeves
I'm
could
trying desperately
take
to think of
control
celebrities
and train them all. If he was John Wick and assuming
just jumping off the ship and just close quarters combat on their ship.
Hell yeah!
Everybody aboard the ship, get to theirs.
This isn't a boat, but this is further proof as to why the Mexican-American War.
Oh my God!
You got your celebrities, bro. You got James Bowie and Davy Crockett. They're with you, just holding down the Alamo. Those are celebrities.
That'd be crazy.
What is it? Did you just learn about this?
Nah, bro. I've always loved the Alamo. I'm just saying, it fits so well with everything he's asking for.
The Alamo.
Mexican-American War's cringe.
Oh, Don't say that, bro. Take that back.
What did the Alamo do to you, huh?
It was way before the war.
I forgot.
They lost, and that's why
but
the American Army had to come in. No, they were unorganized and couldn't get any help. So there was a last stand, but it was.
Never forget though. God bless.
Never forget the Alamo.
Never forget that they were invading.
Look,
which celebrity would
it was cool. It's cool.
Madeline Klein takes a kick, though.
Okay,
yeah, true.
Madeline Klein is with you at the Alamo.
I mean, sure. Okay.
Okay. You said it, not me.
Here's the funny thing. Me and Eli watched a 1950s TV show on Davy Crockett. And it was the funniest thing. So, he ended up being a congressman representing Tennessee. And
Mhm.
and when he went to Congress, he showed up, gave a rousing speech like maybe we should stop killing these natives, then left and everyone cheered.
But like, we're not gonna stop.
Yo.
All right.
W Mans.
Maybe, you
Love
know?
that guy.
Knows how to rally the people.
Dude, and it was so sad. The ending was so sad because I completely forgot that this was the Davy Crockett that was in the Alamo. And bro, he just ends up dying at the end and it cuts to black. Like it's like a really somber moment. And that's how the TV show ended.
Wow.
Dude.
I was like,
no.
good lord.
Realistic.
I don't know celebrities much. I'm sorry.
Wow. Okay.
Gotta know
Alright.
somebody.
Does anyone
Joe
else have an
Biden.
answer?
We gotta take Joe Biden somewhere. What war? What
Wait, I got
would
it.
be
Joe
best
Biden.
for Joe Biden?
Bernie Sanders.
Oh,
And
bro, we
you,
gotta get
Biden.
both of them? Nah.
Yeah.
Bernie
Bernie
and
Sanders
Biden?
Let's take him
is
to the
going
Russian
with-
Revolution.
Yeah, Bernie Biden to the Russian Revolution.
What-
Take
what's
Bernie there.
Oh, I don't.
Bernie can go to the Russian Revolution.
Yes.
Dude, that'd be
See how it
kinda
works out.
What if Biden
Hardcore.
went back to like biblical times? You know, like
Oh, and he's Jesus. Yeah.
no.
Joe Biden.
Yeah,
He's
he's the
like
homie
the
that gets
13th
lowered into
apostle.
the roof through the roof to get healed by Jesus. That's Biden on the screen.
That's him. That's him.
It's him.
I'll take Bernie Sanders
Crazy.
on the Magellan trek. How about that?
Who-
Take
Why?
him on the
Around the
Mayflower.
world, and then we'll die from arrows or something, right?
From arrows.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Alright,
poison
well-
arrows, just getting shot, and then you die.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Hey, at least you tried.
Yeah.
He
So
really, he almost made it too. He almost circumnavigated.
Bernie almost made it.
Bernie
Bernie,
almost made
yeah,
it.
Bernie gets there.
You know who
Bernie's
almost
about that
also
old.
made it? Amelia Earhart.
There's almost.
oh, facts.
She
man.
didn't make it, unfortunately.
Nah, I think
Woman,
she
Bro,
woman.
can I pull? Can we make Amelia Earhart go on the Hindenburg, bro?
The what?
On the what?
Technological
Hindenburg.
advancement.
Censor himself
Yeah,
there.
you did. On the bird.
No.
I
Hindenburg,
comprehended.
Oh, dude, that'd be crazy. We should.
Ironic.
What
Do you think if Amelia Earhart was a man, she wouldn't have crashed?
Yeah.
Nah, bro, she just went
good.
down to Argentina.
That's good.
She's hanging with
She
Hitler
wouldn't
right
have
now.
done it. She
Yeah,
wouldn't have-
Everyone goes down to Argentina, dude.
You know what?
Is
Dude,
about
Where
I'm
did
telling
Tupac go? Wait, where did
Apparently,
Tupac,
Tupac, Amelia Earhart, and Hitler.
go? No,
are
he
all
went
in
to like
Argentina
he went to
right
like Cuba or something. He didn't go to Argentina.
Nah, he's in Argentina, dude.
Wait, did you say Tupac, Hitler, and
They're the gang, bro.
They got the whole gang.
Dude, green rotation.
Trifecta.
Gosh, those are like the three most random people. Those are like the three starting people you get with like Disney Infinity or something. Like
Yeah.
those three random people.
It's the Infinity, but for real life.
Fuck there.
Joe Biden's a DLC starter.
Amelia no-clipped once she crashed. She no-clipped.
Yeah, she
Found
dipped out of
Hitler
there.
roaming the halls.
The back rooms.
Yeah, but so they ended up
Yeah.
in the back rooms after she crashed.
They ended up in the back rooms, and then Tupac helped them out the other side.
I love that trifecta, bro.
Imagine,
That just happened.
imagine how good of an album they would make. Though.
No, we gotta.
Dude, oh my god, you're right.
It'd be a crazy album cover,
That'd
bro.
be a killer.
It would.
Yeah, that would-
Just the
That the
three
crowd
albums
would
just
shock the
standing
world.
there. It switches to Hitler's part, and it's just all just screams and just like
Crabs are the background singer.
Coconut crab.
Oh, and Paul McCartney's there too because he
Just-
died in a car crash years ago, right?
Paul
So-
McCartney?
Plug my
I
book.
don't
No, there's a
alive?
I
conspiracy
think
that he's
still
dead.
alive. I could have.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm pretty
Beatles
sure there's a
just go wild.
conspiracy that he's died, and it's like a clone of him now or something.
What a
Oh.
idiot.
So the real him's in Argentina. He's making that record.
He's also in Argentina.
Bro,
Everybody who
Argentina's the
dies
place
is
to
just
be.
Hitler's doing
famous
spoken word
person who
poetry.
dies is simply just in Argentina.
Yeah, everyone who dies, yeah.
Yeah,
Just
dies.
travel.
Quotes.
Not only
Quote,
is
unquote.
Hitler in not only did Hitler go to Argentina, he's still alive too. Like he's immortal.
Yeah.
Right.
Same with Amelia, bro. Like that's why Tupac's down there. He's a youngin.
It's like a
Right.
magical land.
Like,
It's like, there's like Hogwarts, but for people like that were thought to be dead, but aren't really.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier did a body swap. He's out of there. No one knows he exists.
So
The greatest
That's right.
anonymous.
pretty good answers, guys. But I kind of want to shift the focus from the past to the future.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I don't want to talk about
the future
dumb
invasion of
future.
Canada.
Yeah, buddy.
Future invasion
That's
of
what I'm
Canada.
saying.
It's going to happen. It's
the
gonna
dumb
happen.
future. I hope Canada
It's
gonna
dies.
happen.
It sucks.
Yeah,
It's gonna
It's
happen.
stupid.
they need to grow some
And we
balls.
could do it right now, and it would work.
It would work.
That would, that just wouldn't be a good PR move, I don't think.
Nah,
cares?
dude, nobody
PR,
cares.
my guy. We need to rack up
Dude,
our war
if
crimes.
Biden
We're behind.
does that,
Oh,
Listen,
well, we have our fair share.
He gets reelected. If Biden does that, he gets reelected. Easy.
Easy.
Oh, yeah.
He could have won me over if he would have just said that. I mean, like,
Yeah.
it would have been
That's
so
all I
much
had to
easier.
say.
It's
all
all
I
he
had.
had.
What if
Sleepy Joe is
Canada-
now warmongering
Bro,
Joe.
What if Canada invaded us?
He's just like, we're going after Canada. I mean,
They'd get through like 3/4 of Minnesota and then get pushed all
Yeah,
the
they
way
would.
back to the North
No, we
Pole.
would. Yeah, they
That's what would happen. I'm telling you.
back to Santa Claus where you put
Giving up. We have. Yeah, they just don't win that.
No, they
I
can't.
don't think they win much at all.
Yeah.
Wait,
Respect
guys,
the
I know a good
They win the hearts
battle
of the
that I would-
people.
like a good
No,
war
they
that I want to be a part of.
Well, they win the hearts of themselves. Whatever his face is in charge, not so much.
Yeah. Fair enough. What's the future entail for us?
How
Oh.
far is Ottawa away from the border?
Not far. Close enough.
Yeah. The answer
Dude,
is yes.
it's literally 120 kilometers. That's
What the
fuck
Detroit
is a
is like right
kilometer?
there, bro. It's
Yeah, I was
like-
gonna say I'm not doing
easily
that
take
math.
that
I don't know
right
what that
now.
means.
Yeah, hold on. 100.
It's like roughly 70 miles.
like
maybe.
you can just
Don't-
take an
don't
exit out of
nerd.
Detroit, go into Canada.
Bro, it's literally
easy.
is a highway
74
straight into
miles
it.
away.
Yeah.
It's only 74 miles away. It's not far at all. That's easy.
Yeah,
Classy
We could
trip.
do that in a
And,
day.
we
And
can.
That's
a
like that's
day.
only like that's like what 2 hours if max 1 hour and a half
Yeah.
It's like an hour 15.
They're
Hour and a half.
easy, man.
6 o'clock traffic.
70 miles an hour.
Mm,
traffic's
You're
not
going-
real.
Yeah,
I
like
it.
Big
We can do
traffic
this.
into Ottawa.
and Ottawa is pretty big.
So
Yeah, 'cause you got Ottawa,
than-
Montreal. Yeah, like they're all right there too.
Montreal.
Yeah, they kind of all just kind of bunch them together. It's
Isn't
not very
Ottawa like
strategic.
one of the largest?
Canada doesn't
Ottawa's
have
the capital.
in
That's
Like,
the
it's
world?
simply
capital.
just Canada, and you can't change.
Montreal's pretty big, right?
Yeah, Montreal's
Yeah,
big, Ottawa.
those Montreal,
Montreal seems
Toronto.
pretty chill.
Yeah, man. But we want to, take it
Yeah,
over.
we wanna murder
obviously.
them.
But I
And- yeah,
want
obviously.
so
Destroy their culture. They don't have
Those insulin prices are way too low.
it.
yeah,
True.
yeah. The fuck is Medicare?
Never mind. It's Toronto we need to go after. I was mistaken. Toronto's the big boy. Need to go after him.
Yeah, I mean, we can start small and kind of like put the fear.
That's literally
out
right
them.
there, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's easy. That's an easy dub.
Easy pickings.
So, other than
Like what?
invading Canada,
No, that's it.
what are
That's
your
it. That's all we need to
predictions
do.
for the next 10 years? Anyone got any big predictions you've been really hankering to let out?
The fall.
World
of
War
Ukraine.
3, I'm telling you, man.
I knew you were
What?
gonna say that.
How
You
soon? How soon though?
Well,
Speaking
and
of him as if
saying
he's a
20
prophet, like you're trying to figure this out.
hey, but like,
Yeah.
I think around
What year are you thinking?
2024 because
That's
China,
next year, dog. That's,
Yeah,
bro,
man.
I ain't gonna make it a call.
Yeah, here's the thing. China has a deadline.
Starfield doesn't even exist. Or it hasn't even been released, man. Come on, it can't be that soon.
Turkey
Give me a
hasn't
bit.
released yet? What?
China has a what?
What?
China has like a certain timeline before their economy slumps again. So it's like I think it's like 2038. So you need to do it way in advance.
Gee.
And yeah, so they need
This is
to
true.
get their hurry up before something bad happens. So yes,
Don't got long.
it doesn't seem like that, but the tensions are only rising after that jet and drone thing happening with Russia.
Mhm.
You need a very psychotic
And their
president
weather
next
balloons?
next time around. You know what I'm
dude.
saying? Yeah, the
Kanye.
weather balloons are Kanye, bro. We gotta get Kanye back in here.
That'd be
Yeah.
crazy.
You say, "Oh look, we made fun of
We
you
are
before, but,
invading
like,
Canada if he gets nothing.
Yeah, like I actually would not put it past him. Like I think he would do that.
be a legendary move."
We have
I mean,
to
it'd
unite the
be
American
interesting.
people.
Unite the people, invade Canada. Kanye's slogan.
So the
Kanye
world's ending next
2024.
year,
Hey.
according to Jake.
Yeah,
Oh, it doesn't mean it's gonna end. It could, but
I mean,
there's definitely gonna be a major
it's
conflict.
like a 70-20.
There's like a
Things are just
yeah.
70 I love
don't
the
like
odds
those
here.
odds.
The other
10%
I'm
is in the
very
beyond.
curious as to the other 10%.
No, that's in the
It's like
beyond
aliens
realm.
or
Like,
The other 10% is aliens.
yeah,
Well,
roughly.
here's the thing.
Roughly. Is it less than
war-
10%? Is there another variable?
Yeah, Sasquatch.
it's the other on the pie
Yeah.
chart.
Yeah.
It's a dice roll in there.
We
Yeah.
gotta leave all our
Like-
cards on the table.
Yes.
With the direct war, it could be like I'm saying it could be nuclear, but it's not certain because neither side is going to invade. Like China isn't going to invade the U.S. and the U.S. isn't going to invade. That's just not possible.
I am.
Yeah.
though.
So unless that happens, there could be no need for nukes if it's just over Taiwan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why don't we just fucking
Sweet.
blow up
I like those
Taiwan and
odds.
call it a day?
Whoa,
It's
that's
not
not the
get
that
rid
whole
of
big.
it,
point
bro.
of our thing.
It's
Not even.
that
Yeah, it's not
big.
even
got
worth
it.
it, man.
It's not
That's our-
worth it,
No
bro.
chips
Those
for
are-
anyone.
No,
I
it's
know.
the
I know.
biggest-
We're
It's the
feeding
biggest
them, dude.
microchip factory. It's
Also,
literally the biggest
But
microchip
you're like,
factory in the world.
Yeah, but we
Yeah,
I
got
could live without
newer
microchips.
We got newer.
But we're-
we don't
wherever
have.
it's
kinda
No,
made.
that's not even as
It's
good.
gonna
though.
happen.
yeah,
We'll be
but
fine.
We're
Ohio.
devoted-
It's gonna happen.
Ohio
We're
will
kinda
supply
It's
us.
gonna
Ohio's the
happen.
next Taiwan.
Ohio's on the come up, baby.
It is. These
We're
past
pretty
two was only the
devoted to
The
beginning.
Taiwan.
Dust Belt's returning.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rest of us getting it all polished now.
Yeah.
We're
Oh,
coming
man.
Pulling
back.
out the grinder.
We're shining it up, man. It's all.
Yeah.
Anyone have any less doomsday
No.
predictions?
Ukraine is
not.
going to win.
Okay.
there's.
I think.
Yeah.
I think if Ukraine keeps pushing back,
I don't
enough,
think that's
Russia's
out of the
gonna be like, fuck these guys, and just blow them to smithereens at this point. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
That's what
yeah,
I
they
would
just
do
go-
personally if I was playing like Civ.
I think there
Like,
is a
personally,
chance.
I'd just
if I'm
go to the nuke.
65,000 fucking war crimes deep, you know, I might
Yeah,
as well just
true.
go for
What's
the final
stopping you?
blow. What's one more and just blowing everything
That's
up,
a good
you know?
point.
It's
What
just
is
one
the-
war crime. Like,
Yeah.
What
What is the marginal utility of committing one more war
absolutely
crime?
yeah,
Doesn't
and
matter the
simply-
size.
and
It's just a
simply just
giant hole
turning
in
it
the
to
earth that's like
rubble.
What is the user satisfaction on that?
Yeah.
we gotta ask
Happiness
ChatGPT what it
stats.
thinks. on
Survey
the,
says
Science levels. I think within the next few years there could be a lot of conflict. But what are some technologies you guys predict will be a thing?
laser guns.
What? Yeah,
I
here's the
like
thing.
it.
No, listen.
Lightsabers.
We've already got a rail gun.
America's-
Just cuts the size of a fucking train. Doesn't mean we can't shrink it down in 1 year. I mean, like,
Yeah, so America
Shrink
already
ray.
is developing laser weapons, and China has
Sharks.
a rail cannon.
lasers,
Yeah.
laser
We have a
sharks.
sharks. Yeah.
Yeah.
So America's
Jeez.
gonna have lasers, and then China's gonna have rail guns.
I mean,
and
we've
then
got that like giant ass fucking rail.
I
gun
think the
thing.
first unmanned drone got its first kill a year ago.
Let's go on the
it
board.
was
Let's
a,
go.
it was a
Hey.
cat.
Hey, those are important, bro.
It was a
That we
squirrel.
know of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what do you mean like kill? Because like they've definitely bombed
Murdered someone,
many.
Yeah, they've done drone
Well, no.
bombs before.
and it's old life.
These are
It's the first
AI,
one where
though.
there was enough left of the
AI
body where
drones?
you could tell it was a kill.
Yes. The first AI drone killed a target
Dude,
without anyone touching
AI
it.
generated murder.
Accidentally, it was just like went on its
Random
own.
person died.
Somebody
Dude.
Well, no,
somebody
it was in
opened
a war zone
ChatGPT on
somewhere.
Google and gave
It's
it a
like
picture
Death
and
Note.
said, "Kill this man."
Drone's
Dude,
like, I got
it's
you.
just getting close to like
Killed this
Terminator,
man.
you know?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's kinda
ChatGPT,
scary.
what is the step-by-step way to kill the president?
Oh, whoa, whoa.
Yo!
Here's a picture.
We will
find
actually
him and
like get
eliminate
taken
him.
down.
Speaking of like ChatGPT, its new version just came out, and it's like it can like understand images like to a crazy degree now.
Can you understand Kevin Harris' picture?
That's a-
Probably.
Ooh, that's the test.
How do you feel now? Is it-
What?
Yeah,
what does
bro,
this make
give
you
it some
do?
really disturbing pictures and be like, "What do you make of this?"
How does this make you feel inside? Is your head a little
Do you feel comfortable?
Do you feel safe?
This one.
But wait, I gotta
you
ask ChatGPT if just like randomly, like as an introduction, just be like, "Do you feel safe?"
Yeah.
Just see what he does.
Do you mind if I move a little closer?
You'd be so good at making
Bro, you
ChatGPT
can-
uncomfortable.
You can roleplay with them, but like in brackets, grabs thigh.
Am I making you comfortable right now?
So it's flirting with the robot to make him get jealous and feeling.
Can I touch you?
Your fly's down. You mind if I zip it up for you?
Oh my god!
What?
I feel like you've done this before, man.
ChatGPT's flies.
That was a weird-
No. Of course not.
No.
Mind if I zip it up for you?
Mind if I zip your fly?
Do you just want me to leave it how it is?
No.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
You know what? You can. Don't worry about it. Never mind. It's fine.
Is blushing.
I think your button's
Yeah, don't worry
broken.
about it.
Mind me trying to fix your button down there?
Yeah, me rebutton your shirt
Oh.
for you.
I think
He's pulling
I
his
think
dog
Switzerland,
Hey, where are your clothes at?
I think Switzerland is gonna take over Liechtenstein.
Like
Why would they do that?
Obvious.
Hitler comes back.
Wait, what do you mean? Obviously.
Obviously,
There's something I'm
bro.
missing here.
No.
They're
What do they
both-
got
okay.
against Liechtenstein?
Liechtenstein.
What's their problem with
Hitler
it?
couldn't come up with a better name.
No thing. It's just good for
It's
more
good for the environment.
It's for
Yeah,
more
that's what everyone
mountain, man.
Good for the bones. Lots of
Okay.
calcium.
It's good on the calcium.
It's good on the calcium, bro. Get all the
Good protein. Them.
Liechtenstein.
Liechtenstein.
We
Good
must
protein.
remove Taiwan from the face of the earth for the environment.
We'll delete Taiwan texture pack.
Yeah, bro. Imagine if Elon became president. You know, like how he does his weird memes. He's about to hit the big red button, and he's just like puts out a tweet: "Control Alt Delete China." You know what I'm saying? And just sends the nukes in.
Yeah.
That'd be wild.
But what about the?
Whoa.
Ooh.
Sound a little
Oh.
robot-y, bro.
You okay? Or are you
That's a good
comfortable?
try.
Wait, is
GBT
he chat?
GBT got him.
He's got him.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
God.
You see the AI the entire
You
time,
flirted with him
bro?
so good.
Wait, speak again, Wes. Is your mic better now?
Wait. Is
Yeah, it's good now.
Oh,
Still
It
rolling?
was being all like
Okay.
warbly.
You
Yeah,
know it's
fine.
not you, but I mean,
No, I lost my train of
What do
thought.
you think's gonna happen in the future, Ty?
What do I think? Oh, I think it's.
get rolled.
Psych.
rolled.
I got it.
What do I? Oh, dang, you still a little laggy there, bro.
Yeah.
What do I think is gonna happen in the future? Well, I
I'm
feel
gonna be
like
president.
yeah, 40 years down the line, there's gonna be a new president probably.
You think so?
It's gotta be me.
Probably.
I think Joe will still be alive.
You see, I feel like our maple syrup production is going a little under as of the
Okay.
moment. I feel like we
yeah.
need to
that
expand
means-
that. We also
How
have
do you
a
think we can
severe
solve
lack
that?
of meese in the circulation as of current.
All right.
I feel
I
like
wonder
we
what
need
he's
to
getting
change
at.
that. And people love the cold, so I feel like we should just go up there, you know, and
Yeah.
sniff
More
around
Mycin.
and obtain, conquer.
Tea.
It's ours now.
Oh,
That's what I would do. Vote for me, 2024.
it's ours now.
Yeah.
Yeah, vote for me in 2024
Slogan.
so that in 2070 when this all happens
It's called a delayed vote. You know,
Yeah.
it's an investment.
You
You
gotta
know?
plant the seed.
We're
for the
revolutionizing
future.
the
It's an
game.
investment.
Plant for the future.
Changing
Yeah.
elections.
You can technically make maple syrup in Europe and in China.
I didn't think it was like illegal.
Don't tell them. Bro.
Oh yeah, you don't
I was
have
gonna
to-
say
you
it's
don't
like
have
yeah, I
Only
figured.
Canada can make it.
They're not allowed.
No.
It's solely Canada. Canada has a
make
a
it in
trademark on
US.
maple syrup.
They do. They have trademark, man.
I doubt it's that good up there. Right? It's not that good. Surely.
It's just maple tree.
Yeah, it's just it's like I
Have
got
you
those
had
in
like
my
genuine
yard.
maple syrup though.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty good.
All of it.
I mean, like
It's-
I'd eat that.
Considerably better.
Yeah.
Okay. Really?
Okay.
What do you guys
No
think?
way, bro.
Okay, dude.
What do you guys
no one
think
asked.
Marvel's gonna be like in a few years?
no.
What do you-
And I think it's gonna be
No.
done.
DC's
Or-
gonna be good.
I
Gonna
literally
fuck
don't
them
think
up.
it-
Out of there.
DC.
DC's
I'm
gonna
not
come
kidding.
back.
Ezra Miller's gonna start writing the scripts for Marvel movies.
Oh
Yes.
my god, that would be big. That would be so
That
big.
would.
Dude.
I think if Marvel doesn't change anything right now, they're not going to exist in 10 years. It's
I
not
feel
going to
like
be a relevant
media
thing.
itself has to change if it's gonna do anything productive.
Yeah, I think
Well,
TikTok.
yeah,
I
don't
think
agree with
I
that.
think Biden needs to sign that thing on his desk that says we get rid of TikTok.
Dude, that would be
Yo,
actually.
that'd be dope. That'd be big.
But,
I
mean,
think
it's- the
media
ball
in
is in his
general
court.
is fine right now.
I feel like it's
Like,
on a
I
downward
don't know.
spiral, and they're gonna have to. They're already realizing now
Like,
that
art-wise,
they're
it's
messing
good.
up, and they gotta
Yeah.
go back to normalcy because the stuff
What
they're
do-
making, a little crazy. I feel
What
like
do-
they're
what do
gonna
you
get
think-
It's the
smacked
world we
the
live
head.
in, pal. We're
What's
also
the next
we're
big
redoing Peter
thing?
Pan, by the way. Did you guys know that?
Dude,
Yeah,
why
yeah,
are we
that's
doing
what
that?
I'm talking about, bro. And that's
Like we're
supposed to
I
be
think
happening.
remaking
generally-
Peter
Run out of
Pan, and
new
you
ideas.
can imagine all the changes that were made are
Yeah. See,
interesting.
Look,
And
what I'm
someday
saying is,
they're
like,
gonna realize, it's not working anymore.
Like we went from books to movies, right? Kind of, or like
Yeah.
theater to movies to like
Okay.
what is next? What are we gonna? Where do we go? We got
Holy
video
life.
games.
VR.
real life.
Virtual reality, yeah.
Yeah.
VR was like a thing for a bit, but I
Zuck
feel like it's like
finally
not as
wins.
big now.
The Zuck.
There's
Zuck
tech to be
finally
developed
wins
for
his battle.
VR though, right? Like it's not. This isn't the end point of VR.
You need like a Ready
Oh, for
Player
sure.
One type thing to come around, you know?
Well,
You don't
I feel
need
like
it.
that
but-
is the future. Ready
think
Player
we
One
do
is the
need it.
future.
I want to live in the
Yeah.
slums and then just go in my basement where I have a $10,000 VR headset.
That's what I, don't,
Yeah,
I would
man.
not. You know, the way America's going, I would. You know, it could be
Yeah.
could,
I
could be
live in
a
a
thing.
trash can, but I got a VR headset that allows me to speak to everybody on the planet, and it's so realistic that you can't even tell the difference.
Like,
this guy's
yeah,
reading
that
the
point
Ready
doesn't
Player
matter,
One
though.
script right
Woman.
now.
Yeah.
Like,
Homie
would you
homie
guys
plays
be
in a
good with that
broken car.
life? Like, if
No.
virtual reality had everything for you, other than like basic food, would you be good with that?
Right.
No.
No.
Well, I mean, you could exercise your basic human rights in virtual reality.
Mm,
Like, you
answer
couldn't in real life.
There is no basic human rights in virtual reality, my guy.
Well, I mean, what I'm saying is the virtual reality would basically be like a reality, but like
There's
more like
no-
I'd rather just live in reality.
Virtual?
I'd
You
be
wouldn't
like
have-
the most like sane person in real life, and then
Ye-
just be an absolute menace in virtual reality.
yeah. I
It's
mean,
like,
it'd be
Yeah,
complicated.
I
I,
think it
feel
would
like there
create
would be
problems.
people that'd be okay with that.
go to virtual jail.
Of
Oh,
course
Whether
take
they
my
admit it
headphones
or not.
off.
Whether they admit it or not, you know, like there's already people that spend so much time like in escapism. So,
Yeah.
which is, I mean, it's justified depending on the situation, but like it can kind of be a scary thought, I guess, to most people initially.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But branching off of predictions, let's get a little more specific. What do you guys think of all this, the deep fakes and the AIs, and especially the recent thing of the AI voices, like the AI?
Amazing.
Yeah, I love Joe Biden.
What do you guys
Terrifying.
think about that?
It's scary, but it's
I think
hilarious.
I think it's a problem. I think it's going to be. I don't know how we're going to even potentially even think about addressing it as an issue.
Yeah, I think it makes funny memes, but it's also kind of
The
concerning.
potential danger is kind of insane. I think.
The way we're going, I feel like you could really easily blackmail important figures.
Yeah, it's definitely funny right now because it's not us, but imagine it's like one of us.
It's not
one
going to be
day.
funny in like 10 years.
Yeah, imagine it's like you're a public figure and you get like deep faked saying some ridiculous thing like I raped this person and these are the
Yeah,
exact
crap.
details and
Yeah,
And
but there's a
then-
point
and
where
Like,
then
it
it's-
doesn't even have to be a public figure. Like that's not like right now. Like that's why we know it's fake is because it's these famous people. Like you're just in school and some guy could
You're
just
right.
like
well,
make a
right,
deep
yeah.
fake of you doing something
Okay.
crazy.
hmm
But I just mean even as a public figure, like a rape allegation or something could just ruin you if it gets out in a way where people initially think it's real, and then you have to like backpedal everything and be like, wait, that's none of that's true, and then you have to play all the
I think
catch up.
there's even more
figuring out how
harmful
to
like
combat
global effects this could have. It's just like fake
Yeah.
like announcements or something, right? Like fake and just
especially
completely
with, like,
generating
old people
ideas.
in government like that won't maybe be as in tune with this stuff. They could see this or be shown this and be like, wait, what's going on? They said they're gonna nuke us tomorrow, and then like
That's what I mean. Like there's potential for threats and just like fake like false alarms that aren't read as false alarms. Like
do you think Biden understands this AI deepfake technology very
no,
well?
most
There's
people
no
his
way.
age
No.
literally have
There's
no
no
idea.
shot. He just like I don't get how
Most people above the age of
gonna
like
work
60
with this.
probably don't get it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like theoretically, someone could just take like snippets of Wes talking from all our podcasts, put it together,
Oh, true.
run it through that, and then you just got a Wes that you can make say whatever you want.
Snap.
Literally, I mean, we have enough. We've put out enough for people to be able to do that.
100%. You don't even need that long, and like it's only gonna improve. But like, what 30? I forget how long you need to make the AI like learn the voice or whatever. But like it's
not much.
It's really easy to just have anyone's voice, which is really terrifying.
The big Joe Rogan
Spooky.
clips are super spooky.
Yeah.
Because of
like there's
so
complete
strangely
fake
realistic.
podcasts. Like
yeah, we're getting
crazy.
replaced in our own industry, like by robots. Man, remember? Do you guys see that Seinfeld AI thing?
The one that writes
No.
podcasts?
No, not podcasts. It was like AI generated Seinfeld episodes, and they were kind of garbage and not very good. But the scary thing about it was that it was like an AI learning thing, so it learned as it went, and it started getting better at jokes and stuff. And so, like, basically, we have AI that are this sophisticated at replicating things, and also we're incorporating like the self-learning technology, which has been around for a while. That the way of training through like simulating over and over again, but like as the technology surrounding it gets more sophisticated, it's going to be more concerning as it produces more realistic results. And it's with what was it? The Microsoft released like AI chatbots, and I think Meta did one too. So a lot of these bigger companies are actually starting to implement this technology as well.
Yep, it's a foreboding thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be sick, but I can. I never have to speak again.
tomorrow.
Yeah, you're looking on the positive side of it. I
That's what I
never
was
have to
thinking,
open
like-
my mouth.
Think about someone in med school to be a doctor, and they just like in the future they use some like sophisticated form of chat GPT to like pass all their assignments and stuff,
Yeah.
and then like they're
Yeah.
a doctor now. You know, that's kind of concerning.
Gosh, I forgot about that. I don't even know if this is a thing yet. It might actually be, or like it's in development. But like that's something that I think is going to be definitely a thing of the future. Is like remote operating with like doctors, like with very like as long as the Bluetooth doesn't disconnect mid operation. Like, I feel like doctors are going to be
saying-
able to do
connection.
like operations on patients from like miles away, like just with a machine. Like the machine's like with the
Tony
patient.
Stark.
Yeah, just like
Like
the
the-
top tier doctors. Like I feel like they're gonna be able to do it from like distance
Medicine.
crazy away. Like they
What
don't
about,
have
like,
to be in the room?
A step above that, like the AI maps it out, like the body,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then just like, goes to town on it and does it itself. You know,
Yeah,
And then
AI,
it does
that's
it
true.
fast. Open heart surgery,
Zoom.
15 minutes.
dude, it'd be crazy.
out.
It's like there's already Roombas that like map your house. I feel like they could map a body out real quick and like chop
Can we
away.
already
real-
do that? Oh, you mean like?
I mean, we probably could to
I
a
was like,
certain
we could-
degree, but I don't think we could. It's sophisticated enough to actually perform a surgery,
Sure, yeah.
at least efficiently.
The new Chat GPT version that just came out is finishing in like I think the top 1% of every test it takes.
Jeez.
And it did the
That's
bar. It's done
very
every
concerning.
like state test. It did the bar. It did a bunch of
I did
college
bars.
tests and everything.
Really?
It hasn't gotten it's I think they said the last ChatGPT, so this is ChatGPT 4. The one that we all knew last time that we could use online was ChatGPT 3, and it knew up to 3,000 words. This one knows 40,000 words,
Oh man,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
probably knows 3x as much as it did before then. So now it's smart enough to where you can show it a picture of like random like plants and fruits or whatever, and like different types of food, and it'll tell you everything you can make with those foods.
Whoa.
If you give it random, just like seasonings and salts and shit. It also, this part I thought was kind of crazy. There was a meme of just like a phone and like a HDMI cable or something plugged into it, and it was just some type of weird meme, and it explained the meme and why it was funny and how it was a meme.
Really?
Dang.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It explained how this wasn't real, like, and why.
Yeah, I feel like it might be a
joke.
detriment to our education.
Yeah.
maybe it's like
Maybe.
or a spike, depending on how you look at it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Like wow, everyone's so
Yeah,
smart.
So smart now.
Yeah.
Detriment to our intelligence. There we go.
Another thing would be popular songs. See, like the people just like using chatbots to write lyrics. Maybe like they already sound
been
AI
doing that
generated
since
sometimes.
the '60s, bro.
Yeah.
Fine.
Phantom writers.
Yeah, but like
ASCAP. Been doing that
now it's like
for a while.
instantly, and you just pump it out. Even like the music itself. What do you guys think about cybernetic penis extension?
Okay.
All
What a
for
topic
it.
switch.
Well, there's
Sure,
only
man.
it can only be so big before it's just not acceptable.
Okay,
I
but
don't know,
look, if you had like a micro,
before,
and you
before
just-
they decline.
if you had,
Okay,
if you had
yeah,
if you
that
had
would
a
be
micro, it
convenient,
would
right?
be- yeah. So
Is there really
basically,
a problem with that at all?
Can
That's
feel like
extend
there's-
your penis?
there's the memes about like why do you need a man when you got these like super fancy vibrators and the giant dildo, you know, like that all that stuff.
yeah.
I feel like at some
Odd
point,
topic.
I don't get
Everyone-
those memes. I don't know
well,
what you're
I've
talking
actually
seen it
never
before.
seen those memes.
I don't
not
know what
gonna
you're
lie.
talking about.
I feel like at some point there's gonna be like a great equalizer. There's gonna be like height extensions, and there's gonna be like penis extensions. There's no longer gonna be this like biological disadvantage for people.
Yeah.
Nah, but
I feel-
that's like gonna ruin it, dude. That's gonna ruin everything if there's no.
That'd be
Why?
wild.
If a human doesn't
How
have
am I
like a
supposed
physical
to be
like difference
racially
to
superior
another
other
human,
people all the same?
That's kind of messed up, though.
Well,
that the
that's what I'm
only
saying,
thing
though,
that
is you
you're
I feel like you can
distinguishing
easily
is physical,
picture that though.
right?
Oh yeah, people now have to like be attracted
yeah, like
to personality.
everybody's
People
simply
already
gonna
do
be the
like,
same, dude. That's gonna be so
you know.
boring when it's like, this
Yeah,
is
but
the
wait,
standard
hold
right
on.
now, so everybody
Facts.
looks like this.
Yeah,
Well,
but
people,
the
they get bad
personality
breast
and
jobs
mind of the
those
person
jobs.
wouldn't be the same.
It's like kind of
Like,
like a
true.
plastic
Yeah,
surgery.
but it's like,
for
it's
men.
like if they all look basically the exact same, that's just boring. Like,
Yeah.
It's like if saying everyone needed glasses, like, oh, that would be cringe. Now they're all to wear glasses. It's like, well,
yeah, well,
is
then,
it?
and then
No.
no, if everybody needed glasses, imagine you see one person like without glasses and they like just look good, and then you're like, whoa, and now everybody else takes their glasses off. Now it's not cool anymore.
No, think
No,
about
because
it,
I
though,
need
like,
them to see. What?
I'm not saying you have
that's
to.
what I'm saying, bro. I know, but it's like the whole thing where like, if that's the case, where you could just simply change anything about yourself like instantly like that, it's just gonna be like there's gonna be no substance to
Well,
world.
I think,
like,
I think
Yeah.
we would.
I think that there's
Isn't
things
that
beyond
a
that
thing
that matter.
already?
I think our
imagine if
standards just
everybody looked like
changed,
Ryan
dude.
Reynolds, bro. Like, it'd be
Yeah, I don't know.
No,
I'm just thinking hypothetically. I think that wouldn't be the worst thing.
We would
to
have
happen.
to be more selective in different ways. I feel like we just
Yeah,
adapt.
the
But
worst thing would
I'm not
be if
sa-
our
I'm not saying-
personalities and minds were the same,
No,
right?
Well, that's the thing.
yeah,
like
but I'm not
everybody,
saying
people,
that
like
we have
a lot
to.
of that would be like that, though. A lot of people's personalities would be the same because it's just like if you're changing the way you look, then you're doing it because you're trying to look like somebody else. So you're gonna act like them too.
I think I
I'm
get what
not
you're
saying you
saying.
have to change your face to look like LeBron James. I'm just saying you like change your height a little bit. Like you just make yourself taller.
Well, then
I
every
do
dude
get
would be
your
like
stick figures
6'4".
Yeah, facts.
Dude, that would be funny.
Every dude would be 6'4", and majority of women
Yeah.
would be under 5 foot.
So then you wouldn't have to
Nah.
there wouldn't be any like I only date guys under over 6'9" or whatever. Like then you'd
Yeah.
have to then people would have to choose from different features, which would be interesting.
I think this is an interesting thought experiment, right? Like,
I think I personally think if everyone started doing this and it kind of equalized, people would start getting more selective with different traits, and I think it would be really cool to see like what becomes the new
I
norm.
don't think this is necessarily bad for society. I'm gonna be honest.
I feel like this is a
I don't know.
terrible thing for the
I
society.
think this is very terrible.
There's
for
There's
society.
there's so
This is so
many
bad.
worse
I'm just
things that
saying,
could happen.
if everyone was the same height,
Really?
how is it that
Hold
big of
on.
a deal?
Evan, we could
It's
nuke
really
the
the-
world, but I feel like this is also bad.
Is the biggest concern really our physical? Not to sound corny, but is it really our physical appearance? Like, I don't.
It's
there's
not
a
like
word
it's not
factor.
like I'm not like
That's
you're-
weird.
you're
That's a
like-
major factor.
like,
for
Well,
how
I
you
me.
mean,
want you to
okay,
look.
say you
It's-
walk into a room where every single person's a clone, and they all have different personalities, but you're like, okay,
Yeah, wait. I don't care if you all look the same. If you look exactly
to get equalized. It's just saying if I was 5'4" and some dude is 6'5", then we could both be the same height hypothetically. How's that?
Oh,
big of a
how,
deal?
what's stopping
Look,
him from being 7 foot?
I'm
Well, I
saying,
mean,
if I
again,
walked into a room
yeah,
full of
I mean, you
people
could.
with the same looks, I would then judge them solely based off their personality.
I mean,
I'd
you
leave
have
the
to,
room.
right?
Is that a detriment?
Yeah, get
Like,
out of there, bro.
I think
How
the
is
bigger
this, like,
concern is if
freaking
everyone
bionic?
acted the
That's weird.
same, but
because that's like how you like looks do play a part in it. I'm not gonna nobody wants to date an ugly person. Like, you know, like,
I'm not saying you have to
I guess
cybernetically.
I'm literally built different. I don't know.
What I'm
you
saying
must
is,
be, dude. Like,
Yeah.
Because I'm simply not gonna like. I don't like, and that's not a bad thing to say that you don't want to be.
Well, hold on. Not in this. In this world, there wouldn't be quote unquote ugly people. I guess, right?
Right. Everyone. No. What if you just like you got to
world.
customize your body into unique ways?
It's
so you kind of like there'd just be selection based on like different features. So you're like, oh yeah, that guy's customized himself to look like Ryan Reynolds, and I kind of like Ryan Reynolds.
Then we lose like half of like this whole like society where it's like, oh, be you, like I like you for you. You can't say that shit anymore. It's like I like you for who you chose to be this month. Like what?
Yeah,
I mean, just because you can modify yourself,
I do think
it doesn't destroy the fact that things can be ugly. It's just changing.
I also think this example is a very extreme example, right? Like I'm not saying this is the ideal.
My initial hypothetical is not that everyone's going to change themselves to look the same. It was just that different features that usually get picked on, like height and stuff, would be not like they wouldn't be a factor anymore. Like you would suddenly be, you could technically customize that, or maybe some people want to be short and then they can shorten themselves. I'm just like, I'm kind of more bringing up the idea of bodily
body modification.
Right, in general, not like not like piercing. It is but more like I want my arm to be this big and I want my nose to be this big. Like if you had a character customizer and an RPG, but in real life.
I think it is interesting to think about like why do we consider the body so sacred, and like what's the limit of modification? Because there already are forms of modification that we go under. So what's the line that people have an issue with it?
Yeah, I guess I think that's interesting to think about, and it is interesting to consider like if everyone did look the same, what would we do? Because that would be kind of freaky. Like if
that is kind of crazy if we literally looked exactly the same, right?
I never really thought about just like it's a very basic thing to think about, but how much our psychology is influenced by appearances.
Yeah, I don't think the human mind could comprehend it. Because like
I don't think so.
It's all about recognizing faces, and like it's only got one face in the data bank.
True. That would really screw with you, man.
You couldn't remember anybody who anybody is. Like, say you find one person with an amazing personality, I doubt you're ever gonna find them.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. I feel like you'd start like it would be like a weird selection thing where people who are really good at recognizing personalities are the people who become successful. So like the genetic. The way genes are spread out starts to shift towards that more. I don't know. That'd be interesting to see, though. It kind of branching off of that.
Wait, hold on. Quick aside. Is Jake alive? I feel like he hasn't said a word in 40 minutes.
He actually hasn't talked in, I think, 11 minutes.
Well, yeah, because I don't like thought experiments.
You overloaded right now.
That's hilarious.
Use my brain, you fuck.
How dare you suggest that, weirdo?
I just don't enjoy talking about them. I think they're dumb.
Exactly.
Unless it's actually happening.
Dang, this is a thought experiment.
That's just my opinion, though.
The entire field of philosophy is
That's a bold
destroyed.
take, Jake. I don't know.
The point of the thought experiment is that it is happening, but it could be plausible.
The thought experiment. That sentence is beautiful. The thought experiment. I
don't know. Anyway, we have a thought experiment hater here.
Thought hater.
He's like experimenting on thoughts.
The ship of Theseus.
So my other question would be generally, do you think robots will be like people will start dating robots now or something like that? Like people like chatbots and stuff?
I think society will have a big push. I think society will have a big push against it at first because it's an AI and Terminator moves and all that. Like the stigma behind it.
There's always going to be some freak dude that starts that. They're like, oh yeah, this guy. Yeah. This is my robot chick, and her name is Siri. Like I don't know.
She's in my iPhone 4.
Those people.
There's already people that are like marrying Siri. Isn't that a thing?
Probably.
There's people that marry themselves.
They'd be like, yeah, I married Siri.
Probably they marry their pets.
That's kind of weird.
There's one chick that married herself and then got a divorce with herself like a month later, stating that she couldn't take it anymore.
That's so funny.
That's real, man.
That's good, man. That's good.
She couldn't live with herself, my guy. Like
that's a problem.
That lady's funny.
Amen.
That's a root issue.
domestication.
Parenting, bro.
She needs to reinvigorate that marriage so she can figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
It's like really like a
Or maybe date
symbolic. That's
somebody.
powerful.
Like I don't like,
yeah,
maybe
find
talk to
other
people.
Dude, what if they're just the funniest person on the planet and they just did that?
I mean, must have been.
They
It was
cracked
like a one
themselves up
night
too much.
thing. Like, man, you're really funny. We should get married. Yeah, let's do it. A month later, like, why did I marry you?
What if
So
they were just like,
controlling.
I think they're
I'm
schizophrenic.
a weirdo for marrying
Could be.
myself, and I kind of regret doing this. So now I'm gonna make up some excuse to like unmarry myself. Like, what if that was the
yeah,
whole
it could be
thing?
a legal thing. You're
Could
right.
be. Loophole.
Mhm.
Yeah,
They're smuggling
Society.
children into the States.
I do think robots will be dated and married.
you just want to date a robot, don't you?
No, I don't. I would literally never. I think.
All right, you really try to come off real nonchalant.
I don't know if I
there.
believe you.
I think.
He was like,
I don't think
yeah,
I would.
No, I think they
No, I'm
might.
saying
Yeah,
I just
they're
wouldn't
different.
want to do that. That's kind of
Right,
I don't
sure,
know.
man. That's crazy.
It's not very human.
That's
Oh, sure,
insane.
man.
Fair point.
You're insane.
Bold statement.
Yeah, I don't know, man. The future is looking interesting, I guess.
It's looking
For
at
sure,
him.
for sure.
Do you think the moon will anything crazy will happen to the moon?
What?
Just-
Yeah,
just a real
I
quick
think the
sign up.
moon is our
It's
demise.
trees.
Changed
I
my
don't.
mind.
What?
It's our
I think
new
that the
home.
moon will finally open its eye and it'll be like a giant iris staring right down at us. And we're like, well, yeah, that's a thing. So
That's
it's
crazy.
Is it just
basically
gonna
it's
look
like
at us? Is it not gonna do anything? It's just gonna
yeah, I
And
feel like everyone.
and then
would
one day
actually
it
go
blinks,
crazy.
and that's like,
Whoa! It blinked.
Oh my gosh.
it's
Imagine if you
over.
looked outside and you just saw the moon like it open up like an eye, and you're just like, well, I'm gonna
Dude,
kill
it's told
myself
me to
now.
just- yeah.
I don't-
You're just
Yeah,
describing like
right,
local
I'm just
58.
Yeah, basically.
I'm not being
yeah,
here for this.
isn't that what?
pal.
I don't remember what Local 58 was
The
about.
moon
but it
was
kind of like
alive.
that. Yeah, something like that.
And it made.
Yeah,
I don't
Anyway.
think the moon was alive. I think it was aliens using the moon to project their.
Oh, I
Yeah,
I
it's
always
kind of
thought it was.
ambiguous though.
My interpretation was that it was like
It could
alive.
be aliens or it could be alive. It was left kind of left out in the open.
As like a sort of hive mind.
But
thing.
they keep
I like
saying
aliens,
they
though.
are coming. Like
Yeah.
if they would just say the moon
Yeah,
is
but
coming.
maybe
they
it's
keep
just
saying
like-
they are coming.
Maybe it's just because it's like
The moon is coming.
ambiguous. It's not.
I think aliens could be
The moon
hiding in
isn't
the ocean,
gendered.
too.
I identify
yeah.
as the moon.
What if we're like
Bars.
actually in the center of a planet and like the atmosphere is like the outer? Never mind.
Hey,
my
can you
brain's
put on-
overloading.
Oh, okay.
I don't think space is real,
hold the
guys. So.
blunt for a while. Oh my god, are you okay? You're
Do you know what is real,
spiraling
guys?
right now.
No, actually, thinking of the concept of things like space and just the existing hurts my brain to a point
Yeah,
where
'cause
I like
it's
want
not
to
real.
freak out.
It's
dude.
made up.
true.
These are weed smoker thoughts right now.
No, this,
Right.
You want something
I'm a
else?
man
No,
of God.
sit here and think
God's
about space,
is
bro.
real.
What?
Yeah,
Hey,
think
does
about
that
how
mean?
big
try
it
to
is.
explain space to me right now.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
Because you
know.
can't. You don't
No.
know.
Exactly.
Nobody
Yeah, then I'm gonna
knows,
move on.
Yeah.
dude.
It's weird. You gotta be like in the right mindset to freak yourself out like that. Like if I thought about space like now or like right now, I'd probably be like, yeah, it's big. But like if I'm alone, it's quiet, and I'm just like in my
Yeah,
thoughts. I'm
it's
like,
bro, you
oh,
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just
I'm
have like
always
a
in
full on
thought, so-
panic attack,
yeah,
dude.
it's crazy.
It's like you're
Yeah.
sitting here. It's like it
It's a
never
government
ends.
psyop.
It's constantly being created.
Yeah,
it
man.
makes itself.
It's a government psyop to make
Makes
you
its own
think like
thought.
that. They want you to feel insignificant.
Space is a
and they want you
psyop.
to not care. You know, they
Space
just
is a
want
cute
you.
girl used to get you into space.
Yeah,
When you feel insignificant, you're more easily controlled. You know.
Yeah, space
Yeah.
is they just put a green screen over the Earth, and
Yeah, that's
There's-
exactly what it is. The moon is the projector.
oh my
Uh,
god, it makes sense.
And
wow,
it projects out an image of stars.
This is pretty smart.
this is
Yeah, it is.
Can I have the blunt now?
You know what else is smart? Yeah, well,
Get
we're
past the
gonna do a little
blunt.
bit blunt passing here. You know what's
oh
smart?
no.
Whoever's gonna be host next,
Oh my god.
Oh, that's a
Oh.
smart boy.
Past the booth.
and I think overall, I think I have a good host pick here. I liked his extensive commentary on stuff that we didn't know
Guys,
about.
it's not a girl.
I
And-
I feel like I know he's
You're
doing
right.
too, which is funny because
I wonder who it is.
I wonder.
Maybe this episode was
Me.
rigged in his favor, but I'm still gonna give it to Jake.
Yeah,
He didn't
that
speak
was
for the last 20
well
minutes,
aware.
but I'll accept
I knew
that.
this was gonna happen.
Well, that was kind of less of his wheelhouse, but he was good on the history stuff, and I enjoyed his Keanu Reeves story. So
Yeah.
fair enough.
That's true. He had a couple good stories. I thought this was fun.
I like Keanu Reeves.
Like Keanu Reeves.
That's my take.
I'm gracious. I'm gracious.
All right, cool. So for bro, guy and guess, guys, what are we doing?
Yay!
Me personally,
I think
I
Evan
am
is
very
bro.
careful with what you say.
First
words
personally,
hurt
I'm gonna
most.
stay out of it and just let.
What about Joseph for guest?
Joseph
Wow.
for guest.
Wow. Okay.
That's
Hey Joseph,
definitely
you want to be
an
host
option.
with me?
Yeah, I'll be with you.
See, this is how it happens. It's the red herring that comes out of nowhere.
He's still doing it.
Gosh.
I think I'm
for guy,
I don't-
me and Ty bro, Joseph guest.
Wait, no, I think I'm bro this episode. I don't think I'm
feel
guy.
like Wes is deserving of bro.
Really?
I feel
Okay,
like-
I don't know.
Wes and Evan are bro. I think Wes and Evan are
I don't
bro.
think I'm guy.
Oh, okay.
I think
feel like
the
Ev had a
brothers
good
are
pod.
bros. Yeah, I think they're both bros.
I'm simply gonna not
Oh,
say
that's the
anything.
first
This is how I'm gonna get guessed, but I'm
Joseph
gonna
is
allow
gay.
You're
Yes.
All right,
silent.
he's guessed because he
Crazy.
said he's not saying anything.
Joseph is
which is
guest.
a
Hell
contradiction.
I think Ty makes a
Yeah.
fine
That's it.
guy.
it.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ty
I'm a
finds
fine
good
guy.
How's the
I
Good
speed
man.
run?
I don't think.
Yeah.
I think everyone did pretty well today, though. I don't know. It's not like
Thanks, Dad.
I
a
did
bad
fall off
guess
at the
this
end.
time.
should have told better stories, Joseph.
I
all I'm
simply
saying.
did, but I'm sorry.
Dude,
Not
good enough.
Bro. A story got me host.
Yeah, you didn't have to talk for 30 minutes because you said 2 stories. God darn
Yeah.
it.
No, Jake actually literally stopped talking for 25 minutes and got host.
Yeah, that's dude. I'm
I
gonna
didn't stop. I was there the entire time.
Dude, imagine if I don't talk the whole episode. Do you think I'll get it?
Dang.
Bro, you'll
Even the
never
Mexican-American
not get
War couldn't get me out of guyhood. That's crazy.
No.
Okay, I mean, he's not. Jake wasn't the thought experiment guy, but he did really deliver on the first part.
He doesn't believe in thoughts. So.
He
He
doesn't believe
delivered on
in,
the part before the
Dude,
podcast started
wait,
slowing
Yeah,
down.
he's in a
Dude.
podcast, disagrees with the topic, so stays quiet for all of it.
Imagine
Congrats.
making Jake write a
You
narrative
win.
story. If you made Jake write a narrative story, he would have a mental breakdown because he doesn't have to believe in thought experiments.
I
Okay.
do not know what a thought experiment is.
Whoa.
Oh,
Hold on, no.
He's taking over.
ChatGPT.
A story in a way is a way of conveying a thought or a message.
All right, we don't need to get into
through
a
No,
philosophical
A thought
discussion.
experiment is
It's essentially a thought
truly
experiment.
just what
Thank you
it
for
built on.
watching
1984
and
is a thought experiment.
goodbye.